Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have my sample Sunday video to share with you guys. I was supposed to film and update this on last Sunday, but I didn't get the time to do it and I didn't have a lot of progress on my items, so I am filming this today and uploading it tomorrow. I'm going to be uploading this on Sunday. So I'm going to start off with sharing the items that I did finish. I have 5 items out of my 10 that I did finish. First one that I am grabbing is a perfume. This is the Elizabeth and James Nirvana bourbon perfume. So this one has notes of oak wood, vanilla bourbon, and tuberose. I really like that scent. It is not my absolute favorite. I prefer the black over the bourbon one, but I really did enjoy that one. I would consider getting one of these at some point. I don't typically like roller balls, and the smaller size of the Elizabeth and James perfume are only in a roller ball. They're not in sprayer, so that's a bummer to me. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it like in the next year or so, but once I go through a few of my scents, I might get this one. As I mentioned, I prefer the black a little bit over this one, but I did enjoy it. The first few times that I used it, I didn't like it, but the scent kind of grew over me. And now I really do like it. Another item that I finished is a foiled, and it's the Laneige Water Bank Moisture Cream. I've been through phases where I really liked the sample of this and through phases where I didn't really feel like the sample did anything. But this time around, I was absolutely in love with it. I had really bad dry patches around my nose, and the days after I've worn this, my face was back into shape. I typically only use it at night, and I really enjoyed the results of it. So I am going to go through my other sample size of moisturizer, but afterwards I'm really considering getting a full size of this because I really like it, and I think it's a nice staple for winter time for my skin. Another foil that I finished is the Shuamara Art of Hair Moisture Velvet Nourishing Shampoo for dry hair. I really didn't care for this one, and I really didn't love the ingredients that it had. It is full of sulfates. The second ingredient and the fourth ingredients are sulfates in this. So I definitely wouldn't purchase a full size of it. I don't feel like it did anything amazing to my hair, and I do not like the ingredients, so I would not repurchase, and I would not recommend it either. The two last items that I have are Deluxe size samples. The first of which is from Clinique. Well, they are actually both from Clinique. The first one is the Moisture Surge Overnight Mask. In the last update, I mentioned that I didn't think I was going to finish that one. I was working on it, but since I really liked it, I didn't think I was going to go ahead and finish it. But I had another sample in this project to compare it with this one, and I actually preferred the other sample, which is the Origins one. So when I realized that the Origins one was better, I decided to go ahead and finish up the Clinique one. So it is completely empty as of right now. I used it a few days in a row as a kind of moisturizer. This is supposed to be a mask, but it can be like on the instructions, it mentioned that you can wear it pretty much every day as a nighttime cream. And that's what I ended up doing with it because my skin was so dry. After I went through the sample of the Laneige, the days, like the next week, my skin got back to being super dry. So this every day as a night cream like balanced it out a little bit. So I really do like this, but I think the Origins one is better. So I would not repurchase this one. However, if I got it in a set or as a perk from Sephora or something like that, I would definitely get it. But I wouldn't go out and pay for it. I would go with the Origins one instead. The last item that I completely finished is from Clinique as well, and is the Take the Day Off Cleansing Oil. I love this oil. I think it is great at removing my makeup. It's the first face oil that I really absolutely love. I like the MAC one as well, but I prefer this one. I think it works better. I feel like you have to double cleanse with this one. It's not enough on its own, but I always double cleanse. So I first go in with this one and then remove any last layer that there is with the Purity face wash, and I think that that's a perfect combo. If I go with my CeraVe cleanser afterwards, it's not enough, but with the Purity one afterwards, it's just a perfect combo, and I've really been enjoying that oil. However, there are other makeup removing products that I have currently in my samples that I want to try, but if there's nothing that compares to it, I would go back to this one. My favorite face removal products so far have been this one and the dual phase cleanser of this one as well that I really like. So now I'm going to go into the samples that I didn't finish to share with you guys the progress that I have on them, and then I'm going to pick the 5 new samples that I need to replace these 5 ones. Okay, so the first item that I didn't finish but I'm finished most of is this foil from Urban Decay. It's a Naked Skin Concealers. I finished the one that was in my shade, which is medium light neutral. I already went through a deluxe size of this one as well. Now the two colors that I have left are light and golden, which is too dark and too light for my skin. I think that I can get away with the light right now because my skin is a little bit lighter, but the dark is definitely too dark. But I want to try it as a contour shade just to see how it works on my skin and if I would like liquid contours afterwards. So I'm going to try to go through both of these, but if I end up not liking what I do with them on my skin, I'm going to declutter the rest of that sample. Another item that I have a lot of progress on is the Alternate Caviar CC cream. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I am down to here, so there's really not a lot left. This one will definitely be done within the next week. I used to really like that product, but I really don't as much anymore. I still have another one of these samples that I will go through afterwards, but I don't think that I would purchase a full size of that one. I have other hairstyling products that I prefer. Another item that is on its last leg is my Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. So far, I really do not care for that face primer. I feel like it's a liquidy moisturizer and I don't feel like it does anything special, but I will still use it up because it's not bad. I think that I'm about that line right here, but there's not really a way for me to tell. But I will definitely be using it up. And again, I think that I can use this one up within the next week, but I'm not 100% convinced. Another item that I have that I did do a decent amount of progress on, but I didn't finish, is my Clinique Clarifying Lotion. I am a little bit lower than the halfway mark. I do like this product, but it's not a holy grail favorite of mine so far. I also have a full size of this, so I will work through the sample and then go into the full size. I'm thinking that within the next 2 weeks this will be done, but not within the next week. The last sample that I had that I absolutely loved, to the point that I actually got a full size of it, is my Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. I used about half of this already. It's a small sample. I wouldn't typically have gone out and got a full size right away, but I went to a discount store and they had the full size for like $10 less than at Sephora. So I thought it would be a good idea to pick it up since I like it. And after I'm done with this one, I don't have any moisturizing masks anymore, and I like having a moisturizing mask in my collection because I feel like that's something that I sometimes need at night and stuff like that. So I went ahead and purchased a full size of it, and so I will work on that sample, on finishing that sample soon enough to then be opening the full size. So I'm thinking that within the next 2 weeks this one will be done as well. Okay, so for the next 2 weeks, I chose 5 new samples to replace the ones that I was out of. I am now selecting my samples instead of picking them out at random. I think it's easier for me to use my samples up if I choose them strategically enough. So I am going to share the 5 samples that I chose. I think there are weeks that I'm going to just pick them up at random, but for the start of the project, I want to be able to choose them, especially since I'm testing out some different items in my skincare because I have some newer skin issues with dry skin and stuff like that. So I would rather go and pick them up individually instead of just picking them up at random and not liking the combos on my skin. So the 5 samples that I chose for this 2 weeks, I have 4 that are skincare and a perfume. So I'm going to start off with the perfume. The perfume is from Comptoir Sud Pacifique Paris, Les Eaux de Voyage, and it's the Vanille Extreme. So it's supposed to be a blend of vanilla scents. I typically really like vanilla scents, so I think I'm going to enjoy that one. The only downside to the sample is that it doesn't have a sprayer. It has a dabber, and I really prefer sprayers over dabber, but I think that I can still finish this one within the next 2 weeks. I have one foiled type sample, and it's the Laneige Water Bank Serum. I went through a Water Bank cream this month and I loved it, and I want to test out the serum again to see how it works on my dry skin currently. So I'm going to try that one. Then I have another facial moisturizer, and it's the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter. It's a sample that I got with a set that I got at the last BIB sale, and I want to try it out. I'm gonna like this. I want to try it out and see if I like it or not. I typically really enjoy argan oil on my face, but I think I prefer it in the summer than in the winter. I don't feel like in the winter it's enough, but since this one is supposed to be like a with butter, it might be enough for the winter, so I want to try it out. Another Josie Maran item that I chose is my argan cleansing oil. As you probably saw in the beginning of this video, I used up completely the cleansing oil that I was using, so I don't have any makeup remover currently that I'm working on, so I will try and work on this one. I know that I've heard a lot of great reviews about that one, so I want to see how it compares to my Clinique one. Then the final item that I will be working on and finishing in the next week, I think, is a Glam Glow Flash Mud Brightening Treatment. There is about 1 use left in that one. Before I gave birth, I had issues when I was using that. It felt like it was burning my skin, but I think that my hormones are back to a little bit more normal now, so I think that I can go ahead and try this one. If it burns on my face and there's still product in here, I'm going to use it on some dark patches that I have on my body instead to use it up. So this is it for this video. I will leave in the description bar how many samples I still have in both of my categories. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to update the totals in the description bar so you can go and check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.